Hey, circuit. Alright. And I can finish up the little day prior. Okay. Okay, okay. Oh, alright. Let's go deal with this, I guess. Yeah. Oh, well, he died. Oh, there's still more downstairs, probably. Alright. Alright. Should be a fat guy in there, as there always is. What's this? Really? I'm a genius. I didn't even mean to kill them both. Let's go. Mhm. Jesus Christ. Oh, that's 7. 8. Mm, kill it. End it. End it. Jesus Christ. I only have one left. Oh my god. 15. It ate through 15.
Well, look what the cat dragged in. You
Okay.
better have coin.
That's clear.
I got a job for you. Well, get busy. We're burning daylight. I'm gonna have to ask you to leave.
Okay, guys, if anyone's watching, bear with me here. I need the cash. I'm so sorry. So, $3.90. Let's try with the bullet. Not fast enough, okay. No, and this is boring. I'm so sorry. This is my life now. Oh no. Please. Do I have any water? I don't see any. Is any water in there? Oh, right, I think I like destroyed it all last time. Through an unfortunate accident. Okay, let's just make one. 50 freaking seconds. Jesus Christ. I don't know. Alright, but gotta go to the trader because apparently I left my bike in there for no good reason.
Well, well, another survivor. I hope you got money. Are we done here?
Alright. Don't tell me he had one of the nail breakers. He did. I should have used it. I'm a fool. Ah. Frick it. Oh, but does he have any lockpicks? Oh, no, he doesn't.
Daylight's burning.
And I can't make any as Pretty sure. Can I? Wrong thing. Walk. Tick. Workstation, 10 frick. I need more levels in it. Okay, we have water, and then we go in it. Jesus Christ. I just want to make the rest of these. Wait, I could have drank some of those, but whatever. Oh wait, they haven't even started, so I will just go grab one. There we go. Pumpkin. What's next to food? Good girl. Come on. Bunch of bacon and eggs, I guess. Oh yeah. It'll cure dysentery. Oof. Okay. Yeah. Let's go do a mission. As I can. Hopefully I find a lockpick or two. Let me just return and open that dang ATM. Saddening, saddening, truly. Oh, I've been in here before. I've done this mission. Alright. Well, in here. There's a dog on the other of this here barn. I believe he's hiding around this corner. Maybe it was a zombie. Yeah, it was something or other. What'd you get? Oh. There we go. Weird. Put this down. Off. Uh-huh. Got 2 lockpicks. Yeah. That was awful. Okay. I'll take some candy. Run back towards the other ATM, and that should be... That should be perfect. At all. No? Okay. So. Okay. Let's go. Ooh, a hunting rifle. Perfect. Jesus. Turn to the trigger. Ten minutes left. 10 minutes left. This is fine. There's no way I fail this again. I have a 100% success chance. All this because I'm too lazy to use 3 hits against wood.
No loitering.
Oh yeah. Finally some light.
That's right. Do the math.
I did, and you suck.
You got time to do fantastic. I hope you didn't pull it off.
Ah, frick. I did that, huh? Cloth glue. And more cloth. That's that. Okay. That's good. Sell that for a little bit. Don't think I can sell those. Times 8 skull.
Are you a customer?
I am.
I guess you're not so bad after all.
Perfect. My armor supply, stay within. 2. Now I have a headlight mod, which is perfect. Specifically for night house missions. Oh, there it goes. I was using. Let me actually put on some music. Maybe they ended. Alright, there you go. Perfect. Oh, 2 stray. Good. Huh, that's always really? Usually there's something up here in the last room. So I'm just waiting to sneak up on you and you least expect it. Hopefully. It's a pretty easy mission, it looks like. Wait. So I can make higher level stone tools. Really? Jesus Christ. Go back over there. Nice. Blue pieces, springs. Okay, that's easy. Might have 2 or 3 iron, I think, as well. Do I? Yeah, I got 3. So that should be pretty easy, and then I can just speed up my wood cutting by 1,000,000 times per second instead.
No loitering.
Do I have enough? I still don't? Jesus Christ. Knife parts, huh? Screw it. There we go.
Time to move on.
Yeah, whatever. Let's go. By the way, this is gonna be... How do you upgrade weapons? I don't know if you're still here, Silent Strider, I'm sorry, but for just noticing. So in the new update, they actually did this thing. They changed the progression of weapon tiers. Now you have to read books that you can find usually in newspaper stalls or let me go find one real quick to show you. You can usually find them in front of houses. It's just their mailboxes and stuff. And they usually contain some books. You can also find them in buildings that have books, comics, things like that lying around as their little picture. But it's specifically different kinds of books. Lets you level up different skill tiers. Yeah, like this one says read Scrapping for Fun, Furious Fists, Knife Guy, and Big Hitters. Those different books will give you 1 more point in that, and once you've reached a certain level of points, you'll unlock the next tier or set of items that'll allow you to craft them at those, levels. It used to be that you could, as long as you had the materials for it, you could just craft whatever it was you wanted. But they changed it in this update. I believe they also made it harder to find endgame items right off the bat, thankfully. Because, kind of ruined a bit of the fun in my opinion. You find, like, late game stuff pretty early on just because you went into, like, a military base and stuff with a bunch of gun caches and got lucky. What do I need for forged iron? Okay, so your beginner club. Probably here. This book. There's usually a book in certain mailboxes, bookcases that are very obvious. Trust me, it looks like just like you go into a library, you see like a bookcase, like a just a stand with a bunch of books on it, in buildings, things like that. But newspaper stands in cities, I would suggest heavily going looking for a city and just going through all the newspaper stands, or like biking or walking in front of houses. Look through the mailboxes, always check the mailboxes. There's a high chance you'll get a book. And once you've read enough big hitters, in this case, you can increase your club. As you can see here, you get baseball club at once you've reached it looks like 5. Once you've gotten 11, you get steel clubs. And as you go up in these, how many books you've read, you actually increase the tier that you can craft. Right now I can craft up to tier 2. Okay, so you push tab. Tab is your friend here. It's where all the main menus aside from literally the pause menu are. Once you've hit tab, you can just head over here to the skills. I don't know if you can see it here. I'm scrolling over at the very top. This little guy with the college hat on. Click him. And then you have all your main stats here. Every level up gives you a perk point that you can assign to your favorite attributes. And then over here you have perk books. These are certain books that you can read. Once you've read enough of them, you unlock certain cool powers. And your crafting skill books. These are the ones that you are asking about specifically for the crafting. So this little hammer is the crafting skills, and these are special perks. Neither of these require levels. You just need to find certain books for them. The intellect, agility, fortitude, strength, and perception all require you to have perk points that you gain from your levels. If I were to suggest something, if you want to find the most books possible, you want to find the most loot per thing that you loot possible, go into perception first. Because Lucky Looter here will increase not just like the tier of loot that you get, but the amount of it that you'll get. So you're more likely to find more books if you care at all about perception. Some people don't, some people do. I myself am partial to agility because it lets me hide, it lets me jump better. I can go faster, or for like while using my guns and stuff. I can knife faster, which thankfully knives are pretty easy to use in this game. But it's all just up to the person what they're partial to. If you're going into clubs, I believe strength is the one for that. Imagine Skull Crusher. Clubs and sledgehammers, you can swing them faster with these perks. But, oh, here you go. Pummel Pete, specializing in knocking foes senseless with clubs and bats. So Pummel Pete and Big and Fast are your friends here. Strength if you only want to do clubs. If you're going for other stuff, it depends. If you're doing a single player run like me, I would suggest getting the 300 times XP boost because that's gonna help you tremendously. It's gonna help you level up way faster than you could at 100x, like the normal base, right? Once you've done that, it's much easier to actually spread your points out, but you do want to start off by, like, you want to start off by using whatever it is that you're mainly going to use. So if you're planning to use mainly clubs, start off with strength. Just start off with strength. If you plan to use knives, pistols, bows, things like that, you go here. You want to stick to whatever it is that your main weapon is going to be, just so that you can continue to scale, because it might not seem it, but like day 6, I'm already encountering policemen, which are really tanky zombies that shoot vomit acid at you, and they're really annoying to deal with. And you want to be able to kill those things quickly, because if you don't, you'll start hearing a heartbeat, and then eventually they'll explode, and if they explode near you, they'll do a great deal of damage that might be able to one-hit KO you if you're low enough. It also, thankfully, strength is heavy armor related, so you could also gain, like, some perks for that. If, you wanted to be like a slow-moving, like, tank, kind of. It also has great mining skills. Mining is the most boring thing, but it gives you a great deal of XP. It's one of the easiest ways to actually level up if you just do it ad infinitum, especially because once you've reached a certain level of rank with your mining items, it'll just kind of explode from there. Like, it's pretty easy to mine. Also, shit. Didn't even know this was in here. Guns and the turrets. What guns? Because the guns are all spread out throughout all the perks, Turrets, I believe, are in here. Robotics Inventor. Turrets are nice. I believe there's one of these. I forget which, but one of these, once you've like maxed it out, let's just have a second one. Or 3, something like that. Yeah, here. 2 deployed robots can be active at once, so you can have like 1 melee to help protect you from close up. Assault and sniper. Assault and sniper. Okay. Yeah. You see, it sucks. It really does. Because here, Fortitude is one of the actual, like, best surviving things. This one's Parkour Master here. It lets you jump way higher. Way high. Like, I could put like a ladder right there, and almost no one else can reach it, but if there was one ladder here, I could reach it and just climb up there. Instead, I have to get on this thing, and then jump up here, and right there. And no zombie can actually reach me like this, right? And that's just from agility. You have Fortitude here, which you have regeneration, which you don't do normally. These regeneration things will actually exponentially give you way more HP. Like at the highest mutant genes, you get 1 HP every 5 seconds, which doesn't maybe sound like a lot, but it makes it so you survive for way longer more often. Whereas normally you have none. You have Iron Gut, lets you eat and not starve for longer. You have Cardio, lets you run for longer so you can get away from things and, not use up as much of your energy just trying to run when you need to. Pain Tolerance, it reduces the damage you take. Like, there's like, everything from utility to, like, combat is spread out evenly throughout all of them. And so no matter what, you're always going to be missing out on something. So really, you want to focus on one thing, one tree, until you've gotten everything you want out of it, and then focus on the other tree. In my case, I really love agility, because I love archery, I love pistols, love deep cuts, whirlwind. Like, I love almost everything in here. I think about the only thing that I normally don't get is light armor and running gun, because they don't offer much. But since I have nothing better to do than just play this for a while, might as well get it. And then from there, I would probably go into Lucky Looter to increase my loot, just because I also like snipers. But that's only after I've actually gotten this thing maxed out. If I were you, uh, to get the max, like the most out of your survival, no matter what build you're going for, get this. healing factor 1. It's always just 1 point at the very beginning of the game. One of the easiest things to get. One of the least. And it's just, you gain regen, right? Thank God. That's the smartest move. Like, genuinely, it's an incredible move on your part. I'm dumb. I don't ever get it really on my own because, I don't know. I just don't feel like it. But yeah, there's like Iron Gut 1, Cardio 1, like they're there, they're free, but it doesn't to me feel like it's worth it to put points into it unless I can get all of them. This one's really nice if you want to go without much clothing, well insulated. But once you have like a good amount of clothes, you almost never need this. This is one of the few perks I would say you almost never need to actually invest in. Because in the winter and the snow biomes, if you got good snow clothing, like not even good, if you just have average stats like 10, 15, somewhere between 10 and 15 across all your clothing, and I just mean the basic clothing. That doesn't even involve like insulation mods that you might be able to put on armor. It negates like almost any effect they would have. So genius. You know, when I first started, I didn't even know that I got points from the tutorial thing, and I just left it undone for a while. And even once I did know, I was always like forgetting to actually invest those perk points just because you know, skip my mind. I'm kind of forgetful. Iraq. Do you mean? Okay. Here's my cooking station. I'll turn that off. Do you mean this one? The grill. Because in houses, sometimes you can find cooking pots. They're very common, actually. Harder to find are the grills. Sometimes they'll be in there. Very, very rarely. Usually you can buy them from the traders. If you have one or two nearby, you can go and see if they have one. Yeah, that's exactly what I'm talking about. They're super hard to find sometimes. In this recent update, actually, I'm pretty sure they added this, where it adds the actual stuff on here, and I love that. The beaker, also incredibly difficult to find outside of the trader. I've only ever seen it in the rare, like, chem stations that you can, chemistry stations that you can find around in certain buildings, but very rare. Very, very rare. Usually, cooking grill it's rare. Well, this is like ultra rare, right? This is pretty common. You can find in most. If you just go looking through a couple of buildings in any town or city, should be able to find at least one of these, if not several. I've actually had several issues where I couldn't get rid of enough of these. I kept finding them throughout houses and filling up on trash. Oh, I'm sorry you had to see that. Yeah, I would suggest just if you can't find it at whatever your first trader is, go to keep doing missions. Eventually, after about, I want to say like 5 or so missions, the trader will actually ask you to go look to other traders. So call it open supply routes or trade routes, something along those lines. And he's basically just asking you to go visit the other traders and unlock them on your map. Make sure that when you do that, you know, you mark them on your map if you want to actually remember, because once you get too far away from a trader, it disappears. In this case, Trader Joe, he's on there. But normally, at least, uh, maybe, actually, I haven't tested this out in this version of the game, but it used to be that once you reach a certain distance from them, they will no longer appear on your map here until you get close enough again. they cannot, on rare occasions, and I mean truly, like, almost you'll never see it, there can be an odd workstation or so found around a house that's fully functioning. You can't pick them up unless you've used a claim block, a land claim block, one of these. You always start off the game with one, by the way. So on the odd chance that you ever, find a rare house with this, you can put it down and probably take it. But those are super, 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 super rare. You're unlikely to find it. Like, almost to the point where it's better if you just make your own or buy one instead, because it's just that unlikely. I would never advocate for someone to go looking for a house with one that's already functioning in it. That's like you're just I might be asking for you to suck at that point, right? But no, the traders cannot be repaired. Um, they're if you're playing solo, these aren't hard to find because you're just going to be taking in all the books anyways. If you're playing with others, it might be a little harder just because they might want certain books and not always is everyone willing to share. Nice. It's a pretty fun game to play even alone, but it's also incredibly fun with other friends. How's your day been going, by the way? Um, well, you don't really need a base by day 7. What I usually do, I don't even like. I'm making a horde base, technically speaking. This one should be able to withstand a lot of zombies, but I'm not going to be staying here. Not just because it's not fully made or ready. That has very little to do with it actually. I just find that if you go onto, like, let's say that building, right? You just stand on that building, sit on the edge here. They're not gonna come up to you unless there's birds, but those are way, way later 7 like day intervals. That's like on the third or fourth. So you don't have to usually worry about birds yet. You just sit there and they'll come over here to, beat on stuff, and they'll almost never break through a full building, making it collapse. You can just kind of stay on here until around the fourth or fifth one. Yeah, same. I actually spawned weirdly near on the very first day, like the very first spawn. I spawned right next to a little like a little like camping outpost thing, looked like. Like some people were camping before they died, out in the middle of nowhere. And then I turned around to go in there, and a bird immediately flies down and starts pecking at my face. Thankfully, I've actually learned how to fight birds. It's pretty simple actually. You just imagine this torch here is a bird. What you want to do is you just want to move in a kind of like circular motion while stabbing at it, right? You don't want to go to the left because I don't know, maybe their freaking AI is better going towards the left, but they can't catch up to you towards the right. They cannot catch up to you towards the right. It's better if you run, but you can actually just do it while walking. I've taken on 5 birds at once just walking around them and just knifing at them. If you don't have a knife, if you have a slower weapon, that's fine. You're just gonna have to do it for longer, just because knives are one of the lowest stamina costing weapons. And they also cause bleed on occasion, which is incredibly useful when, because it just, uh, DOT damage. Damage over time. But yeah, so for birds, just always move counterclockwise against them and smack occasionally. Was I done? Oh, right, I was gonna make a Fireman's Axe mod. What do I need? Springs? Springs in here? No? Glue? It's all in here. Glue. Springs. Blue parts. And then I need iron. I'll just create more forged iron. Okay, first of all. I'll just throw that in there. Right on. Forged iron. I need clay now. Clay. Where's clay? There it is. What? Can't say anything. Honestly, not gonna lie, I've already forgotten everything I've said. But thank you for thank you for that. So let's go. I need 2 of these. Fireman's Axe mod. Wait, oh, I didn't pick them up. Alright, craft. And then we can just untrack that. Yes. You'll always be thirsty and hungry. That's not even, like, you don't know how many times I've gone out and forgotten to bring food. I would suggest that because you're solo, if you go out into houses and you don't have a cooking station set up yet, you're gonna want to just eat things like cornmeal, cans, any of these stuff that you find. Even old sham sandwiches are fine to eat. I know it has a dysentery chance, which increases like the food and water loss, but it's low enough that often enough it'll actually just give you a lot of hunger back. You don't want to eat raw meat. You don't get enough food back for the chance of dysentery. Potatoes are fine. Most things are fine if they, like, things that, yeah, same. I've eaten cat food many times in this game. Even fat, just this animal fat is fine to eat. This is -3 health. Trust me, if -3 health kills you instead of like freaking starving to death, eh, like you had other problems. Trust me, you had other problems. Like you feel like you just got out of a big fight and you didn't check your HP, and then sad to say that's a truly, and I mean this truly, and I hate this phrase, a skill issue. Like you actually have to, like, if you're dying and you don't heal yourself or you don't pay attention to your HP in a game, it's like how uh, anyways, I hate that phrase because usually it's very what do you call it? Mm, I'm blanking on it. I'm blanking on the word. Dismissive. There you go. It's very dismissive. But truly, if if -3 HP is what kills you, I can't help. But yeah, I would eat most food that, like, you don't want to drink water, like dirty water. Don't have any on here, but I'm sure you know what it looks like. You want to, unless you have this specifically, this hat mod, this one, water purifier mod here, it lets you drink murky water. This will keep you from, you know, what do you call it? Dehydrating? I'm blanking on the word, man. I'm blanking so hard on it. It's I thank you for that. It's not my own actually. There's this guy called Shadow Harless who I usually play with. Oh, also hello, Espresso. Anyways, this is usually something that he builds, something like this, and he just because he makes these like 4 pillars here. It's way harder for the zombies to actually break it down, and you can kind of just shoot through these to the floor anyways, and so you don't have to worry about breaking any of this, and you get to kill all the things while they just kind of smash away at the pillars for eons. Uh, The hat mod, this one, always the hat. Think of it like those weird like those soda hats that you kind of see in some cartoons every now and then, where like someone's got like 2 sodas just kind of stuck to the side of their hat, and then like yeah, it's that. Think of it like that, and it always just attaches to the head. That lets you drink murky water if you have it. But otherwise, you almost never want to drink murky water. It doesn't give you enough hydration for the amount of chance that you get dysentery. Yes, here, let me show you. Here, you click modify. You can take if you click take, it'll just take off the hat. Which, if you need to add stuff to it, usually, like, you can do that. Or not add stuff, repair it, I mean. You can just take it off if you need to repair it, because otherwise it won't let you. You have to have it in your inventory to repair it. But you can just take off, like here, the helmet light mod and the water purifier mod. Complete. Now it no longer has any mods. Click modify again. Just moving back into the slots you want. And it's back. The helmet light mod, by the way, it's hotkeyed. I don't know what the hotkey would be for you guys. I have it to F. It gives you light inside of dark buildings, which is crucial. If you don't have that, try looking for a flashlight. It's not as good just because, what do you call it? A flashlight you can only have in your hand without anything else. You can't hold a
Well, I'll
gun
do
and a
business
flashlight
with
at the
you as
same
long
time,
as you're not a thief. Alrighty
which is
then, on your way.
inconvenient in buildings. But
I've got a job, okay? We have
most
a
of
deal.
the time,
Come back when it's done.
having a flashlight is enough, just so that so you know where you're going inside of buildings because it can get really dark in them. What's NVG? Darkness Falls. That also sounds very familiar. Oh, night vision goggles. Yeah, that's also a thing in this game, actually. Rarely see them. They were way more common in the past. Sorry, I'm yawning. Okay. Alright. I took on a mission. Alright, my thing. This stuff away and then but yeah, so like I was saying, you can just kind of go to a building. Any building will usually do. They're usually big enough and have enough stuff supporting them that they won't break over the first at least 3 Horde Nights, which always happen in intervals of 7 days, right? On the 7th day, on the 14th, 21st. But past that, usually you end up encountering the radiated zombies, usually, who do way more damage, are way tougher, and actually have their own regen, at which point you're gonna want to, like, make an actual base of some kind. or find a really big building, like a skyscraper level building. Because most of the times, those like most things will just break. There's no way this opens, guys. Watch. It's gonna fail. You guys finished day 84, Horde? Jesus Christ. Detonators are fun. Sometimes. Depends. Oh. I'm God. Anyways, detonators are fun. I like to blow them up far away. When they're far away, just so I can, just so I can see what, what kind of holes they make in the ground. Nice. These are the kinds of books I was telling you about, by the way, Silent. Can I beat what open? Anyways, this is a handgun magazine. Once you've read enough, your handgun will actually increase in the tier that you can craft, and once you've read even more, you'll unlock the next tier of gun. So you might go from pipe pistol to handgun to 44 Magnum to Desert Eagle. You can beat it open. You can. But it takes forever. Let me show you. This is my my most efficient tool right now. I'm beating it for 15 points. It has 5,000. You tell me if you want to sit here and watch that for 5 to 6 minutes of just non-stop this. I've done it several times. Yeah. Later on, once you've unlocked, let's say, the steel or iron pickaxe. Once you've unlocked the iron or steel pickaxe, you can kind of just... so once you've unlocked the certain perks later on in the mining stuff, you'll actually just do enough damage that it'll only take, like, a minute, in which case you might not even want to get lockpicks, but you need to invest heavily in that, and I don't invest in that, so... Also, I'm sorry for the background noise. Did I say nose? Jesus Christ. He died from blood loss. There are little blood spots that come out of them, and that's how you know they're actually bleeding. Your knives always have like a certain percent chance to cause it, I believe, but you need perks if you want to have guaranteed chances of it. Deep cuts will always give you like a guaranteed amount of bleeding that you can do. I'm I'm not exactly sure how many bucks. In this case, I believe what it's saying here is that I have it at tier 2 with 4 or 5 books, and I believe the 5th one here will get me tier 3. And then, 6 books will probably get me tier 4 or something, or maybe 7. But definitely once, as you can see here, once you've reached 11 books, like at some point in this interval, you'll have unlocked this. I'm pretty sure this is saying that you have 4 out of 11 books to unlock the actual baseball bat, and you have 4 of 39 to unlock the steel clubs. And I say that because, well, you have 75 total levels it seems like you can go to. Even I am not yet fully totally savvy on the mechanics of the new level up system. As you can tell, snipers aren't that strong for me. Although they have one of the highest actual damages, they aren't that strong. 70 range damage. If you look at my knife, it only has 14 melee damage. The reason that my knife tends to kill things faster is both because of the damage over time, as well as the fact that I have perks in it. For instance, having just a base agility perks increases the damage you deal with headshots, on top of being able to just dismember things, like cause a head to explode or an arm to fly off, things like that. And then the actual whatever weapon it is specific perk that you might have increases the damage even further. Along with, other perks usually. Here. This orange 2, is just saying the tier of club that I can craft. I don't personally have a club on me, but if I were to craft one, yes, that 2 means the tier. You can't really repair things into a higher tier. You have to craft them. So if you wanted to, let's say, craft a higher tier handgun, uh, you could, but you couldn't repair or modify your current tier 1 handgun into a higher tier, sadly. I wish you could just upgrade them manually, but that's just not how it works. You can break down your weapons if they're of a higher tier than the base level. Usually you'll get back like some sort of crafting material they used, usually like a handgun part or a knife part or a steel club part, things like that, So you can usually get a little bit, it's a little bit back on of what you spent, if you spent anything, if you didn't find it. It might have been a mod, because to my knowledge, never had an upgrading. Oh, this is another way to get books, by the way. This guy gives random crafting skill magazines as rewards most of the time, and you can just click it. Oh, oh right. By the way, he also sometimes gives vehicles, forges, bundles of other types, water filters. Water filters. The water filters are usually the main source of water. It might have been an older build, but I, again, still haven't heard of any build where you could just directly upgrade things. Might have been, though. Farm bundles are really good if you know how to farm. I've never done farming, so I can't help if you have any questions with that at all. Mm, right, so here's the crafting skill magazine bundle. Tells you to open it, and then you get a bunch of magazines, usually an assortment of them. And the melee mod bundle, you'll get a bunch of melee mods for your melee-based weapons, sledgehammers, technically a claw hammer, even though it's a crafting tool or a building tool, it still counts. In stone axe, fire axe, things like that. Yeah, I can actually show you an example. Pretty sure one of my pieces of armor here is of a lower tier. Let me check. Yeah, here, my padded gloves, right? They're tier 2. I can make tier 4 stuff. Let me look for it here real quick. Armor. So I can make tier 4 heavy and light armor, which is scrap and cloth. And I just need to come in here into my crafting inventory. I need to look up cloth, padded hood, but I need armor, so padded gloves. Okay, so I need 50, as you can see here, I need 50 cloth and 1 tape. There is no upgrade option here, as you can see. But I can come over here, grab the materials I need. I can craft this. This is what I currently have in my inventory. Go back up here, craft it. In 9 seconds, you'll see it enter my inventory at tier 4. You almost always want higher tier stuff, like whether it be a tier higher in terms of weaponry or in terms of the actual tier level. Rarely is something a higher tier and worse. It happens, but rarely. Where'd it go? Oh, it automatically equipped. Yeah, the tier 2 that I was wearing, the tier 4 that I made. As you can see, it's got a lot better armor rating, better explosion resistance, and better durability. And then you can either scrap this and get back some cloth. You won't get the tape. You can get back some cloth. You see, that's all it's giving me. Or you can sell it for a little bit of change. Mm, neither's optimal, but you know, you can get what you get. keep the HP regen mod. This is a really nice mod just because if you don't have any kind of regen, this will give you a little bit once you've gotten under 50% of your HP. Alright, and it's nighttime. Oh, I forgot to get another mission before I did that. Well, that's fine. Normally I go out and just kind of loot a building during the night, but I'm actually not going to be streaming for very long today, sadly. I have to go to work tomorrow, and I'll still be here for a couple more minutes. You guys want to stick around? If not, that's fine too. Yep, no problem. Hope you guys have a good day. Da, 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 da. Where'd it go? Blends in too well. Still here. Be careful of these. Usually these military camps have like bombs placed around them randomly. thing. Oh my god. I don't know if I can. Okay. Well, that was easy. Alright. find a way out, and then we'll call it. Alright. I'll be calling it here. Later, everyone. Have a great day.